Happy Friday, everybody. So we're going to go ahead and do a real quick think, feel, do reading so you can see what your person is thinking, feeling, or doing regarding your connection. So here we go. Let's get a card for think, card for feel, and a card for do. Okay. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo energy. So for the think position, your person is thinking the world. The world means that the cycle is completed. Whatever you two were going through has now come to a completion. Whatever was happening in your relationship prior to this moment is in the past. Anything that happens going forward would be a whole new routine, something that you two haven't experienced before. It can also mean that the relationship, they think that the relationship is entirely and completely done. And we can do some clarifiers on that. So hold on just a moment here. Let's do, why do they think the world? Okay. So the Queen of Pentacles popped out. So that tells me that your person is thinking that the situation between you two are done because they have found somebody that they have decided to have in their physical life. So they found somebody that they want to basically be their wife and live with them and be their partner, their life partner. If you can see here, there's a cute little puppy down there in the corner too. So I believe, and see how she's holding flowers and the coin, almost like a medal. The relationship between you and your person is coming to an end because there is another person that has been chosen in the connection. So I'm also getting here that it's been, your person thought for a very long time regarding who it was they were going to give that medal to. Notice that they're shining and polishing that metal there, and there's candles and there's a skull and there's a book here. It's possibly that, or possible that there was even some kind of spell work being done by your person on you to, you know, oh, and there's the crow up there too. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, right there. To manifest what they wanted you to do in the connection, and simply were not able to get you to conform to their desires in the connection. So when they realized that you wouldn't conform, they, you know, and that you saw the truth, this is you, you're the Queen of Swords here. You weren't about to be, you know, manipulated and taken advantage of in the situation. So the person that we're talking about here had to understand that they had to move forward into somebody else and be with someone else who actually would give in to their manipulations and demands. It didn't stop them from trying, though. There was an offer that was presented to you, but you decided that it wasn't right for you. Notice that little white, I believe it's a deer. Those are sacred, mystical creatures, and it looks like the offer was presented and it was very much considered by you. You are the Empress in this situation. They really did want you very badly, but they also wanted you to do as they commanded you to do, which is something that the Empress simply doesn't do. Notice here in the card that she is pregnant. So they also might be thinking that the that you are pregnant, or that they wanted to get you pregnant so that you would conform to them. And if you caught wind of that and decided that you weren't going to do something like that, it makes sense that the relationship would come to an end, because if the Empress, you know, if someone wants to impregnate the Empress, then they need to step up and be an emperor, the father figure, the man who will defend and protect and defend the, you know, the family, the child that is growing inside the Empress. And it appears that, you know, that desire was there to create the child, but the desire to become the emperor did not come into play. So as far as what your person is feeling, it's the Ten of Wands. They feel they're just done. They're ready to pack up and head back home. Notice that there's, you know, the sticks on the back, and there's a castle in the distance that they're heading towards. They're done. The, you know, all the attempts to create something with this connection has come to an end. It's a feeling of defeat almost. Your person might be feeling defeated and, you know, understand that, okay, well, I gave it my best shot and it didn't work out, so it's time to let it go now. Let me pull some clarifiers on that. Got Knight of Wands. Anything else to clarify Ten of Wands? Okay. The Knight of Wands, when it came out, immediately I thought perhaps the players, you know, feeling defeated in the Ten of Wands because they tried to woo you and, you know, create a situation where they could come in and out of your life and that you would be okay with that for, you know, the duration of your connection. And unfortunately, as an Empress, that is not something that you're going to tolerate. You want someone who is stable and who will stay by your side. The other cards that came out is clarifying the Ten of Wands is the Four of Wands. They're ready to just go home. They're ready to retreat and, you know, enjoy what they do have at home. They are ready to be peaceful because, you know, they were focusing on manifesting this connection with you, and, you know, they were getting bored because they wanted more than they were getting, and they weren't going to get any more than they were willing to give. And because they weren't willing to give, they didn't get it. And as you can see here, this little boy is pouting. So it seems like your person's probably also pouting about the situation. And they do feel like the situation is completely and utterly over, which, you know, it sounds like it's a good thing in this specific connection. As far as what they're going to do, two cards fell out for that position. The Five of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. And right away, what I see here, so the Three of Cups, you see there's three women who are kind of like in a coven. They are perhaps, you know, practicers of the craft. And then you see this tree that has all this gold on it, the death, and it's cold. I actually see that there is some kind of, like, I guess, a revival. It looks like there's some kind of, what's the word? Weird, the word necromancy is coming to mind. I don't know what that's all about, but okay. But it looks like you're, I mean, I guess bringing something dead back to life. That could be why that word came to me. But they could be trying to use, you know, every power of manipulation or spell work that they have to bring something that is dead back to life. And that is what they are going to do. They're going to let things kind of thaw. It's frozen and cold right now. Maybe they're going to let it thaw. And then hopefully by spring, as you can see them surrounded by flowers, maybe the connection will come back and be revived. But let's pull some clarifiers and see what's going on there. Let's see here. Yep, here's the Knight of Cups representing a offer of love incoming, you know, in motion. It's on its way to you, or it could be to someone else. This particular person, you know, they have, which is really weird because this, I set this down upright in the midst of picking up the cards again and again. It's been flipped upside down. They picked this person, but I feel like now that we're finding out what their plan is for what they're going to do, they chose her, but I feel like they have realized that they have chosen wrong. They don't feel like they're getting the fulfillment they want, because honestly, how does the Queen of Pentacles compare to the Empress, right? She's very close, but she's just more interested in material things, probably a little bit vain, and just more stable, could be considered a little bit boring, whereas the Empress embodies all the queens. She is the queen of love, the queen of passion, the queen of intelligence, and she's also, what was the other one? The queen of abundance and stability. So she's more exciting, which could be why your person is suddenly more focused on you, because you embody the Empress, as then they are interested in this person who, while they might provide stability, they're really not a true match for them. Let's see, a little more clarification on what they plan to do. What do they plan to do? They know that they broke your heart, but they still think that they can come jump right back into this connection like it's nothing and continue on their merry way, you know. And I see here, hold on. Looks like there's little fairies fighting in this card, which I've never noticed before. And what I'm seeing here is that they actually are the ones who are heartbroken, and they know that they broke your heart, but they're still heartbroken. And that's why they're waiting for things to revive, because, you know, even though they're in a connection with that, reversed Queen of Pentacles, you're still on their mind. There's still three. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The swords represent thought and spirit. So whether you're in their life physically or not, your spirit is always with them. You are a very magnetic attraction to them, and you have a lot in common. And I wouldn't be surprised if there's even some kind of telepathic communication or connection in the dream world. So that could explain too why there's the Nine of Cups. You can actually receive energetic messages through your dreams. Like, say, for example, during Mercury retrograde, they say your exes are coming back. In certain scenarios, yeah, your ex might come back, but they're visiting you in a dream. They're not physically on your doorstep, but you do wake up and go, oh my gosh, they saw me. I saw them in a dream last night. There's different levels, there's different dimensions to our reality, and they're all there are different ways people can communicate with each other. And, you know, there's a lot of people who are very practical, and they don't want to admit that that is something that exists because it's too big and scary and undefinable and not scientific. But, you know, welcome to spirituality. A lot of things don't make sense. A lot of things that you think you know, you're going to unlearn, and you're going to learn new ways of being. And, you know, welcome to the club. It's pretty exciting and pretty interesting, because your whole world is getting expanded when you open your eyes to the world of spirituality. And tarot really kind of helps you see different levels, things that are going on behind the scenes versus what's being shown to you in front of your face, which is also why I say tarot is not necessarily the best tool if you're in a relationship and you're looking for romantic advice, because you could be seeking advice for things that you can't see in front of you, but you deserve to see and know and feel confident in your relationship just by the words your person says and the things they do or the things you do and say. So anyways, back to the reading. And finally, for what they're going to do is they're going to accept whatever karma comes their way for the way they treated you. They're, you know, willing to see it, accept it, and understand it. And they are going to learn this lesson. They know that there is a lesson to be learned. And I feel here, based on this, that the lesson is actually going to create a better life for them. Notice there's 3 women here, and there's 3 women there. You see them? This is the women in the light, and these are the women in the dark. So what has been done in the dark will be you know, played out in the light. There's also spell work being done here. There's worship of the moon. The full moon is on December 18th, so there may be some connection or something that comes from your person on the full moon by next Friday, I believe. So yeah, they're judging the situation, and they're deciding that, you know, they might let it go on a slight pause, but you're never gone. It's never over. But you can take a break right now and enjoy the quiet and solitude of wintertime. You know, and everything has to die. Everything has to die. Everything we do. This tree has to, you know, shed its leaves every year. Those leaves fall off and die, and the world freezes over, and then everything thaws and comes back to life when it's ready. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. And this seems to be, and with karma is also 20 in the traditional tarot is judgment. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust means the revival. So there's definitely a plan in your person's mind to revive this connection after the lessons have been learned. And also, they believe that this connection coming back together is part of their karma after they complete their lesson, because they still see you as their empress. You are their wish fulfillment. And they're going to have to go through these lessons in order to become the man or woman that you need in your life, to level up to match the vibration of the empress. So in the meantime, what can my viewer do in the meantime? Should the viewer wait for their person? Let's reword that. What happens if our viewer decides to wait for their person to revive the connection? There will not be a revival of the connection. I can't say that. That's what I'm picking up immediately. I got the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Wands. So Ace of Wands, if the person waits for the connection to be revived, the connection will be revived. This is the spark of life. This is the tree growing its leaves and flowers in the spring. And this is the card for defense and jumping in and fighting for what you want. So, I mean, if you decide you want to wait because this is something you want to fight for, go ahead and do that. The reason I immediately jumped to it won't happen is because I saw right off the bat this new beginning, and it made me think that if your person or you decide to wait for your person, you can wait as long as you want to, but you're going to be fighting off a new connection that's coming in. So there's two ways that I can see this. What happens if my viewer lets this connection go and does not revive it? Nine of Pentacles. Look at that. Sissy lady. Oh my goodness. You're just going to be there ready to live your life. You're going to have everything you need. You will be reaching the peak of your abundance. And there will come a time when, you will be able to, decide your fate entirely without the need for a partner. So if you choose not to wait for this connection to revive, focus on you in the meantime. And what could be coming in for my viewer in the meantime? What's coming in for my viewer? Page of Cups and Two of Pentacles. You're going to come into a connection that has not just the heart, but has stability and long-lasting longevity. Do you see how there's the infinity symbol here? Around and around it goes. But I've got to be honest, I'm still picking up from that infinity symbol here that even if you don't wait and you move on, and what's happening in the meantime is like there's something about this connection that I'm reading right now where I'm getting twin flame vibes. Honestly, I feel like both you and your person don't want to let each other go, but you have to let each other go because it is time to, choose a new path, and maybe your paths will come back together. See how the path diverges over here and here, and then all of a sudden it comes back together in the middle. One goes one way, one goes the other, and they meet again. And, in the ocean, look at how much emotion is around her. Look at the waves. She is totally engulfed in those emotions and feelings. So, and in the meantime, you're going to blossom and focus on your strength and beauty and your money and your friendships and your family. And, come spring, you guys can perhaps see what happens in the connection. Let's have one final card in the tarot. Seven of Swords. So, the vibe, look at that guy's face. Look at that smirk. He thinks he's getting away with something. So, just be cautious that your person isn't, putting you on the back burner while they go pursue whatever they want and you sit around and wait for them. My advice is not to wait around. My advice is to move forward into your life and, don't wait around for someone who's going to be a jokester who takes you lightly. You're the Empress after all. And yes, while he may admire you and see you as the Empress, he or she must step up. And if they don't step up when they come back, if they're still this jokester, what are you thinking? Yeah, no thanks. You're going to be busy talking to your emperor or moving on in your life individually. This card can also represent plotting and planning. So just beware. Your person is quiet right now, but they're probably still, obviously they have you on their mind. They always will have you on their mind because you're the Empress and you're not together with them at this point in time. And so they're going to continue to think about what they want while they're sitting there stuck with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse and they're bored. So anyways, this could also be your spirit guides laughing because the spirit guides are seeing what's happening for the connection between the two of you and they know what's going to happen. I get a little bit of a with the fairies in this card deck and all that, a little bit of mischievousness going on, where we may not see the whole picture in the situation for this connection, but the connection is, you know, it's already been predetermined. Everything is predetermined, whether you believe what you want to believe. I know what I believe, and I believe that there is, you know, choices in life, but there is ultimately the same destination. So, yeah, your spirit guides might be enjoying themselves thoroughly, seeing you and your person both missing each other, but knowing that they have to grow. So, you know, they're getting a little bit of glee because perhaps there was something in this connection that needed some karmic correction. And in the meantime, you know, it's time to just take a chill pill and enjoy and watch the show, watch as it unfolds. I'll go ahead and do an oracle message. We'll do the hidden truth. Since it is very obvious that there is a disconnection of some kind in this connection, so there's separation. What is the hidden truth in this connection at this time from your person? All right, here we go. I lost myself for a little while. I hid who I really am from you. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I want to tell you how I feel. I wish things could be different, and we need to let each other go. Okay. What do you want to say to your person? Oh, wait, there was one more card flipped. Oh, your person says, I know I messed up everything. So what do you want to say to your person? Anything else? Okay. I wish I had treated you better. I wonder if you are happy without me. We will be together again. I will wait for a sign from you. Okay, so it seems like there was a little bit of mischievous behavior, not just on your spirit guide's behalf, but also on both of you and your person's behalf. And looks like there was mutual agreement that there was some kind of mistake or mess up in the connection, and both of you are feeling a little bit guilty. And right now the time is best for you two to try to work on forgiveness, not just of each other, but of yourselves. This would be a really great time to dig deep within and learn how to forgive yourself, because when you can forgive yourself and you can, you know, sanctify and renew how you feel about yourself, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to do that for somebody else. I want to pull a message of love before we go. Any messages of love that will help my viewer in their romantic connection. Message of love, incoming information for their love life. All right, anything else? Okay. Oh. Very first card that fell out and fell on the floor says true love. This love is emotional, physical, and unconditional. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason. What was I just saying? Wait, the timing is not quite right. Oh, the whole deck almost fell. Jeez Louise. Spiritual lesson. This person is in your life to teach you a spiritual lesson. What did I say about your spirit guides hanging around watching the show? There is something at work here that is bigger than both of you. Hence the twin flame connection. Twin flames usually come together to improve the world. So sometimes you can't be your best self when you're with someone in a toxic connection. You have to take time apart to grow and get stronger. And that's why you need to focus on self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting. Passion. Try something you've never done before. And fate. This is a destined partnership. I really love it when the cards just say, like they emphasize the message that has just been delivered. That really lets me know that I'm tapped into delivering the right message for the people who need to hear it. So last but not least, because it is Friday and it's time for everyone to get ready to unwind and have some fun, and I know I'm going to go out and have some fun tonight too. So it's time to put away the computer or your phone, because we don't use computers as much as we use our phones for YouTube, as you know, maybe other people do. But anyway, put away the computer. Working less will strengthen your relationship. All right, then. Looks like it's going to be a great weekend. Focus on yourself. Take time to grow, heal, accept, and know that your person truly does love you, even if you two aren't together. You know you both messed up, but you know it's time to work on things individually. And if you're meant to come back together one day in the future, then you will. And if you're not, in the meantime, just wait for... Don't make any moves right now. Just focus on you and let the universe bring to you what is meant for you, and you will know. And thank you for coming in and having this reading with me tonight. And I'm really glad to have been able to channel the message for you. And don't forget that every time you come to me for advice, I know that you are here because you have a question. But if you're still and quiet and you reach deep within, you will find that you already know. All right. Have a great Friday and a good weekend, my friends.